Okay, so you guys are welcome to today's teaching, where we are going to analyze how we were able to get the current trade entry opportunity that we are in. Okay, so this is GBPJPY, and let's get on to today's business. Okay, so from here, we identify this level as monthly support, we identify this level as monthly resistance, and we know that what the window from here, right, to here is our current range of focus. Obviously, we are starting from the daily time frame because I believe that what the information from the monthly and weekly, we're already familiar with most of those information, and it hardly changes. For information on the monthly time frame or weekly time frame to change, it takes several months or several weeks. So those information basically remains the same. You understand? However, information from the daily, changes sometimes, each day. So that's why we're starting from the daily, because these are like the time frames that give us, updated information. So basically, we've identified our range of focus, and from the information from the entire scope from monthly time frame, we know that if we are buying in the direction of trend, and if we are selling, it means we are selling against the overall flow of the ocean. That means we are trading a retracement. Okay, so taking it from here, we saw prices start from here, where we saw prices make small structures. Then prices are establishing bigger structures, bigger structures, bigger structures, then establish the biggest one right here. Then this now became what? The last higher low point. Then prices stretched to this level here, which is the monthly resistance point. Okay. And this is the last higher low point, where prices took the last higher low off and came down for a retracement. Okay. So now in coming down for the retracement, prices completed this retracement at this level right here. This is where prices completed the retracement. Then the bearish structures that brought prices down for that retracement, prices violated the entire bearish structures that brought prices down for the retracement. Okay, these are the structures here: push, exhaustion, push. This was the last lower high. This is not a lower high because price did not create a lower low. So all of these bearish structures are the one that brought prices for this retracement, and prices violated it right here. After prices violated it, we knew that yes, direction of trend we are coming here. Everybody knows about that, right? Because what if we are buying it in the direction of trend? So that means we are buying to the highest point of the broken structure. So this is the highest point right here. So however, after the break of structure, right, we saw prices, in a natural phenomenon, right, pull down for a discount. Okay, sometimes it stops at 61.8, but sometimes it stretches to the most premium level here, which is 78.6, where it came down for the discount. And at 78.6, it grabbed enough bullish momentum and is currently pulling to take profit at this high here. Okay, so what is our job? Our job is just to focus on all of this bullish move to this level. So what is our job? Our job is simply to what? To buy direction, sell retracement, 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 buy direction, until take profit is hit at this level. Then from there, we can have a newer information. But this is our duty, this is our job until prices get to this monthly resistance point. Okay, so now that has been figured out, we already know where we are going to. So our job is just to read the entire bullish structure, right, and look for a trade, opportunity. Very simple and straightforward. Let's stretch this forward a little bit more. Let's stretch this forward a little bit more, and let's focus on this window. Okay, so from here, like we said, right, we saw price made push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion, and push. So this now became what? The last higher low in regards to this particular structure. Okay, so all of these bullish structures, this is the last higher low that we can see on the daily time frame. So we can now tag this level here as daily HL. Okay, so the resistance point that price is rejected right here, we can now go further and tag that resistance point as a daily resistance point, since we're on the daily time frame. So the most important thing is just give them tags that you can remember. Give them tags that you can remember, right? So here we can say daily resistance. Okay, so what are we now going to do? We are now going to focus on this window, right, as our range of focus to try to look for opportunities within that window. Okay, so what is going on within those windows? This is daily resistance, this is daily higher low. So instead of reading these structures on the 4 hours time frame, we prefer to read these structures on the 1 hour time frame so that we can expand them a little bit more, categorize them into their correct structure circles, and basically know, have full awareness of what we are doing. Okay, so basically this is daily resistance points, and this is daily higher low points. Okay, this is the daily higher low point right here. So we are now going to take this window here as our range of focus. Okay, so now within the range of focus, what is going on here? From here, we saw price made push, we saw price come for an exhaustion. Then after this, price started on small structure circle where it's made push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion. Within the eye of this new structure now, this is the last higher low here. Obviously, there was a smaller structure here that eventually got violated here. Prices took this last higher low off. Okay, so this is the last higher low that prices took off. So where did the new structure start from? The new structure started from here. This was the beginning of that particular new structure that got violated. Okay, this was the beginning of the new structure. So this level right here now becomes, I'll make it pinpoint. This level right here now becomes the CSC, current structure circle, while the level above is the CSC, current structure circle. Means I have no business below and I have no business above my CSC. The reason why I like to put CSC, it helps me to confine my view, so that I'm not looking at things outside of my CSC. I'm focusing on the structures within my CSC. Okay, so like we said, from here, this is push, exhaustion. This is the last higher low of the structure. Then price side new structure where it made push, exhaustion at this level here. Then this one right here is a different structure. It's a smaller structure that prices made. But within this particular structure, prices took this last higher low off. And when price took this last higher low off, we knew that, okay, this is CSC, this is CSC. So now, where is price is going to end this sell? Bring out the feed from that low to the high. Price is going to end this sell at either of these two levels. One, at the 61.8 level right here. Then two is going to end at the 78.6 level right here. So these two levels are now known as potential reversal areas. Okay, so we'll go ahead and tag them. This is 61.8 potential reversal area. Then right here is 78.6 potential reversal area. So what is my job? My job is that what? Okay, we've finally seen a BOS, which is a break of structure. So read the entire bearish structure that brought prices down to any of this PRA and buy at the break of structure. Wait for a discount, buy at the break of structure in the direction of trend. Or just like I did, right? I just took the aggressive route where, in fact, I'd set positioned a buy limit, right? Which I should have sent earlier. So I just put the buy here. Then my stop loss, I hit my stop loss below the last higher low point right here. Hit my stop loss below the last higher low point right here. I'm buying the direction of trend right here for, you should see, about 1 to 2 plus risk to reward. So basically, this is the analysis of how I entered. Now, to your question, right? It is very, very possible, however, that prices stretches to as much as 78.6 and reject 78.6. My stop loss, like I said, is below this last higher low point right here. So it's very possible. You understand? This would have given us like a 1 to 7. It will change 1 to 2 to 1 to 7. People had waited for this 78.6. However, 78.6 is the most premium level. And I cannot confirm to you that price will get there. It could get there, but I cannot confirm. So instead of me trying to see, oh, will it get there? Will it not get there? So far I want to use this aggressive entry. This is my best. This is my best bet. Just enter for 1 to 2.5. However, if I want to use the conservative entry, right? What am I going to do? I'm just going to read the entire structures from here. This is push, exhaustion, all of this push and exhaustion, all of this push, exhaustion, all of this push, exhaustion. Maybe wait for smaller structure circles. This structure is too tiny for me to deal. I don't deal in tiny structures because they are very deceptive, right? So maybe I'll wait for prices to make movements like this. Break structure, a bold structure, break structure, give me the discount. Then here I'll buy in the direction of trend. Maybe this is what I would wait for. Understand? When it comes to the structural entry, wait for the break of structure. However, like I said, if I don't just want to just wait and stuff like that, I just want to I'll just take the aggressive route, buy pinpoint at 61.8, add my stop loss below the last higher low, just like I did right here. Bought pinpoint at 61.8, hit my stop loss below the last higher low, and just buy in the direction of trend. This one keeps me safe to an extent. However, if I want to be patient, right, and do it the standard way, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy at a break of structure, hide my stop loss at the low, and run it to the high. This one will even give me a better risk to reward. So yes, as much as we have been able to secure an entry right now, next week there's still going to be another entry again where we are going to buy prices. Maybe prices pulls back, gives that break of structure discount. We are going to buy to the top, or maybe prices does the other one by what by pulling up to here, taking this last lower high or pull back to 61.8, we'll buy to here. So either or, we are going to have some fun with GBPJPY next week. That for our entries that are currently live in, it's beautiful. It's an aggressive entry, understand, but it's beautiful, because most important thing is that what we identified PRAs, bought at PRAs, and remember all our stop losses always hit below the last higher low, below the last lower high. You know how it is. So it's the same rule. You understand? Like you can say I bought at 61.8 and I followed our exact same, hit my stop loss below the last higher low that I can find. There, this is a very tiny higher low, but it's still an higher low and it still counts. Understand? So, and just bought in the direction. So basically the rule still applies.